Can you accept budget travel? I certainly can't. I'd rather not travel at all than go on a budget trip. At our age, we can do middle-class travel, luxury travel, chill travel, or even no travel at all. But we shouldn't do budget travel, especially the kind where you force yourself to suffer unnecessarily. There are some things that belong only to your youth. When we were young, nobody had money. Just being able to travel felt like a luxury. So it didn't count as budget travel. In other words, travel in your youth isn't budget travel, no matter how broke you are. But when we hit our 30s or 40s, have families, and have some financial stability, even if you don't own a car or a house, you should at least have tens of thousands in savings. Even if you don't have the savings, you at least have life experience. You may not have eaten pork, but you've seen a pig run. You know what a good life looks like. After seeing the world, if you try to go back to budget traveling, expecting to find joy in scrimping and saving, let me tell you, you won't find it. Budget travel is just suffering. And we don't like to suffer. I believe travel requires staying comfortably, eating local specialties, and having fun to the fullest. These are the bare minimum requirements. If I can't even have those, then what is the point of traveling? I'd rather just go to work and earn more money. Once I've earned and saved some money, even if it is just 3,000 or 5,000 or maybe 30,000 to 50,000, then I can plan how to enjoy my trip based on my budget. If you don't have the money, just stay put and work hard to earn it. Some concepts might seem correct, but they aren't necessarily right. Like the saying, no journey compares to the journeys of youth. But others travel in their youth after getting into top universities, like Tsinghua or Peking U, that travel to celebrate finishing their exams. But you're just wandering around every day, broke and aimless. Unless you make a living from this doing something travel-related. Otherwise, this kind of travel contributes nothing to your future. It is of no help at all. As for the saying, travel 10,000 miles after you've traveled those miles, it actually has to be useful. If you just travel for the sake of it, then come back and still have to clock in for work. Doesn't that 10,000-mile journey make going to work even more painful? They say life is more than just a daily grind. Of course, everyone yearns for a better life, but you have to manage your resources reasonably. So travel, consumption, and savings, it is all about balance. All your spending, traveling, overdrafting, or seeking of pleasure must ensure that after the fun, your existing quality of life isn't negatively affected. It should even be a positive reinforcement loop that lifts you up. It shouldn't be living hand to mouth. You might escape the daily grind today and go have fun, but when you return, even more drudgery awaits you. So when you're young, just being able to travel isn't poor. It is rich in experience. But in middle age, there really is a stark difference between budget and luxury travel. Because at that age, traveling without money really isn't any fun. At least, that is my take on it. You need to more or less, depending on your financial ability, meet the basic comfort requirements for food, lodging, and transport. And for middle-aged folks, if your financial situation is that tough, you shouldn't even be in the mood to travel. If you're still in the mood to travel, then you deserve to be broke. I can only say you're too focused on immediate pleasure, pampering yourself too much, giving nothing but wanting to enjoy everything. That kind of life isn't sustainable unless you're a trust fund kid. So many followers ask me about travel expenses. If you've reached that age, but your spending power hasn't caught up, I'd say don't go traveling yet. Focus on making money first. We travel to heal our bodies and minds, and to keep our lives from becoming too dull. This sense of fulfillment from poetry and far-off places should be a reward for our hard work. It is a positive feedback loop. You spend 5% or 10% of your earnings on travel. You don't T-blow your entire savings on it just for a fleeting moment of pleasure. So whether it is travel media or those travel bloggers, they really need to promote healthy consumption and travel values. We travel to enjoy life, not to suffer. But at the same time, don't demortgage your future. I believe 90% of people, anyone with common sense would agree with me. But nowadays, some travel bloggers with all that passion and that loud hype music, it is mindless stuff. I don't think we should promote it. That emotional hype is a scam. They're fooling you. It is just for show. They wouldn't do it themselves. Yet they trick you into doing it. Anyway, I believe you, like me, have rational views on spending and material things. So let's all work hard to make more money and take care of our loved ones, and just take a trip every once in a while.